guys, so today's video is going to be my October favorites, and in true October fashion I have on a messy bun and a great big giant sweater, and I'm so comfortable, so I hope I don't look a hot mess because I am snug as a bug in a rug right now doing this, and it just felt appropriate somehow as we are like getting ready to go into November and the colder months of the year. Here in Tennessee, it's actually getting pretty cold, which is super exciting for a girl like me who her entire life has only lived in very warm climates. Even in Georgia on Christmas Day, sometimes at least the past couple years, it's still been like in the 80s. The fact that last week we actually hit like 55 degrees on a sunny day here in Tennessee was just so cool, and the leaves are changing and it's just such a gorgeous, gorgeous time of year. It's really helping lift my spirits. If you don't follow me on Snapchat, you may not know. I've just got some things going on right now. I feel like I always have things going on, but this is a different level of things going on, and it's kind of been killing my spirit. In fact, this is the first October in I don't even know how many years when I didn't film a Halloween video. I didn't watch Hocus Pocus or The Nightmare Before Christmas. I didn't carve a pumpkin. Like literally, it might as well have not been in October in my house. So right now it's just been kind of a weird transition process. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it's actually very exciting. The things that I'm stressing out about are things that are going to change my life for the better in so many amazing ways, but I have a lot of anxiety and my brain does not like to focus on the positive sometimes, and sometimes I can just really retreat into myself and become very negative and antisocial and not productive, and it's not healthy, and I'm working on it. So put out your good vibes and your good thoughts, and I put out my good vibes and my good thoughts to all of you guys as well. So without any further ado, let's get into this October favorites. And I did want to throw one random favorite out there for you guys. I don't know if you guys are into true crime or murder. I am. You know this if you've followed me for any length of time at all. Netflix released a new show called Mindhunter, and I watched it over the weekend. It is so freaking good. My husband does not particularly care for murder or true crime related subject matter, and he really enjoyed it as well. It's beautifully shot. Acting is impeccable. The storyline of the actual characters in it, as opposed to like the serial killers, is still very interesting and dynamic in and of its own. But then when you get to the actual serial killers, if you're someone like me who's just really like, I don't know how to say this, like savvy and all this kind of stuff, I was kind of having this moment where I'm watching this with my husband and I was like, I know about this guy, here's what he did. Like I kind of felt like I finally had some way to kind of show off my chops in that respect. So anyway, Mindhunter on Netflix has been a very big October favorite. Check it out, sauerkraut, if you have not. So, not makeup at all, I wanted to talk about some sunglasses really quick. These are from that brand. I have two pairs actually. These are for the brand Quay, but it's spelled Q-U-A-Y. Don't ask me why, that's just what they decided to do. I actually ordered my first pair of these, which I'll show you in a second, about a month ago, because I've just been buying like sunglasses at Target and stuff. Whenever I see them, I pick them up. I'm not ever gonna be the kind of girl who likes to spend money on like new fancy things like vintage or handmade or something like that maybe, but to me, I'm just not gonna drop $300 or $400 on a pair of sunglasses. It's just not gonna happen. So I actually really love these though. So I was actually on Instagram and I kept running into these sunglasses. I feel like every Instagrammer and YouTuber in the world buys these and talks about them, and usually I am the too cool for school girl and can't be bothered, but I took the plunge and ordered my first pair. It was not these. I'll show you my first pair in a second. And I freaking love these sunglasses. These are really well made, cool, stylish, like interesting sunglasses. And they run about 50, 60 bucks. That's a little expensive, I think, for some people in terms of like a non-designer sunglass, but take care of them. I could definitely see how they would go the long haul. They're really well made. Black ones are just huge and ginormous and cool, and I wear them like whenever I'm wearing black clothes. Like I love to pull for these. But my other pair that I got, these are the Key, I think these are called the high keys. Fun fact about me, I have been an avid obsessive aviator sunglass wearer for like 10 years. I'm always on the hunt for new ones. These are really different than any other ones I've ever had before because A, they're huge and they're totally flat. Most aviators are kind of curved here, but these are flat as a board. They're hyper reflective. Obviously you can see me in my monitor down there, but these are cool. Like if you're on the fence and you think it's just one of those Instagram YouTube hyped products and you can't decide if you want to take the plunge on it, I would do it. They're pretty cool, and I'm not paid, I'm not affiliated, I'm not sponsored, nothing. This is my honest like opinion of these glasses. Like they're kind of the tits. So yeah, those are the Quay sunglasses, Q-U-A-Y. You can find them on Instagram and I'll link all that stuff down below. These are kind of random. If you guys follow me on Snapchat or Instagram, you know that I have had lip injections done recently, and I've also had 2 vampire facials. We'll be making a video about both of those procedures, and the RN who performed them on me will be in the video as well, so stay tuned for that. But the med spa that I go to is called Bella Med Spa in Clarksville, Tennessee. Amazing, amazing facility. I love the girls. I love the place. Like, I was already going there before they ever even like agreed to partner up with me and work with me on anything. So this is just from my research and from my personal experience. I love this med spa. It's great. If you know anything about me, you know that my biggest skin issue is hyperpigmentation. I just scar really, really easily. Like if I get a breakout, I'm going to have a little red dot where that thing was forever. And what happens typically is I'll get them kind of down to like a more chill level where they're not super noticeable anymore. But then a day later or a month later or a time of the month later, I will get another breakout and inevitably they come back. Now I was using the microdermabrasion tool, the PMD, which I did a video about, I'll link up here, and that has helped a lot, but I'm still breaking out, so I'm still having issues. And Kelsey over at Bella Med Spa recommended these Koji C pads. These have kojic acid in them, and when you buy them, they actually come like in this little kit situation, and there's these 2 vials of product that you have to then dump into your little tub that has these pads in it, similar to like an oxy pad. There's about 60 in here. You can only use this for a month. Like once you hit a month, you have to just toss them. They've expired. I can tell you guys that in the time that I have used this, my skin has definitely broken through a plateau that I think had been for a very long time. I will link a picture right here that I took this morning before I got ready to do my makeup. My skin tone looks so even, and I feel like a lot of the redness that I'm chronically riddled with has kind of gone down, and I have a much more neutral kind of even complexion going on. And this has actually helped with my breakouts as well. I mean, I'm assuming that's what's helped because I haven't broken out this month the way that I normally do when like it's that time of the month, as I said before. So these definitely have the kojic acid, like I said, and they also have salicylic acid in it, which is really good for breakouts, which explains why I've probably been experiencing clearer skin. So I will leave the actual Bella Med Spa website down below. They told me that you guys can call and order these if you want to from them, and they will ship them to you. So basically what will happen is you will order these guys, and then once you receive them, you will take your pad solution and the solution additive, and you will put this in here yourself. It's not hard. You literally just dump it in, and you would want to use it within about a day or 2 of doing so, and you'll be able to use them for exactly 30 days. You want to use them in the morning and at night. Now, these are expensive. I did pay for these with my own money, but I think if you're anything like me and you're a skincare freak, this is a really, really nice product. I will be doing a full-blown skincare routine very soon. You guys have been asking me to do it, and it's coming. Next, while we're talking about skin, this is the Dermalogica HydraBlur Primer. I actually talked about a Dermalogica product in one of my more recent favorites videos, probably the last one that I did. And I've really been enjoying their products, but this is something that I think is really, really special for a couple of reasons. Number one, I am just a smoothing primer aficionado. I use them all the time. Outside of hyperpigmentation, texture is definitely the other thing in my skin that I'm not really fond of. This area in particular is where I have the largest of pores. Now, while I do love a good smoothing primer, let me be the first to tell you that if there's any ingredient in any product or any particular product that's going to break me out, it is almost always a primer, and it's either silicone or dimethicone. Dimethicone is a kind of silicone from what I understand, so they're not like crazy different, but typically that ingredient breaks me out really, really bad, and to the point where there are some primers that I love, but I just can't wear them every day because I will clog this all up and I'll get a breakout and then I'll get a spot and then it won't go away. So it's like a balancing act for me trying to have smooth skin, I guess. This one works really, really well, and it does not break me out. Now, I don't know if it has something to do with the fact that Dermalogica is mostly a skincare line, so they kind of have a good idea of how to formulate a primer, especially a smoothing primer that doesn't have high concentrations of really harsh, like skin irritating ingredients. That's just the only thing in my brain that makes sense. I could be completely wrong about that. I haven't even bothered to look up the ingredients. I just know what I know, and this does a phenomenal job of smoothing me out, and it doesn't cause breakouts. So new favorite holy grail smoothing primer of life is the Dermalogica HydraBlur Primer. So let's talk about foundation. This is the NARS All Day Luminous Foundation. I tried to clean this cap off. It is what it is. This foundation's been around for a couple of years, and I feel like when it first came out, the reviews on it were not super great, or at least weren't good enough to like compel me to pick it up. From what I gathered, or what people assumed it was supposed to be like a luminous foundation that lasted all day. Think of like Armani Luminous Silk, but very long wearing. And in actuality, people found it to be more of a matte foundation, and I think that's kind of where the bad reviews came in, is expectations versus reality. I never thought I would pick this up. Number one, because I have a hard time getting matched with NARS. I feel like they pull very yellow. And number two, I just have got some really great long lasting all day matte style foundations in my collection, and I didn't feel the need to try any new ones. Boy, oh boy, was I wrong. This is really nice. This is the color Punjab. You guys are always asking me to remember to tell you what color I am, and I'm really sorry that I forget. It's just because usually I have multiple shades in any one foundation. Sunless tanning girls know what I mean. You're dark one day, you're pale the next. It's hard to keep just one shade, but this is the only one I have. This is Punjab. It would work for me right now if I used it. Punjab, I don't know. So I got a tip from Desi Perkins on YouTube. I was watching one of her videos, and she talked about applying this with your hand. I've said a million times I love applying foundation with hands. It does not bother me one bit. It's actually one of my favorite ways to apply certain foundations. This one is interesting. Like, it comes out very, very fluid. And when I mean fluid, I don't mean thick, I don't mean goopy, I don't mean moussey, I don't mean creamy. Like, it is a fluid foundation. And then as you kind of start to work it into your skin, you kind of feel it turn into like a velvet texture, and it covers like a flippin' dream. You do not need a lot of this to cover your entire face. Now, as far as the way that it wears, it does wear really well for a very long time, and it's not drying, it's not heavy. For me, being a combination oily girl, this is a definite new favorite, probably all-time favorite, and it would have made my favorite foundations ever video, which I recently did. I'll link it right here, but I just felt like I needed to give it a little bit more time to give it that big of a seal of approval. But in general, the couple of months that I've had this, I love it. This is a gorgeous foundation. If you're oily, combination, even normal, I would say if you haven't tried this, give it a whirl. And if you have tried it and you didn't like it, I would say try it with your hands, because it really does make the difference. So yeah, once again, the NARS All Day Luminous Foundation. Next is the GlamGlow Glow Setter Makeup Setting Spray. I got this around the same time I got this. I kind of went and did a mini makeup haul, and just getting around to kind of updating you guys on how everything went. Honestly, me and setting sprays, like, I love them, don't get me wrong, but I'm just fortunate enough that I do get a lot of them for free. So I get to try a lot, I don't have to spend a lot on them, and there's ones that I love and there's ones that I like, but when it comes like a new setting spray coming out, at some point you get to this place where you're like, I've got enough, I'm good, I'm set, it's fine. And I love GlamGlow so much. They have so many stellar products, and I just thought I would pass on this one, and I did for a long time. But now that I've tried it, I'll probably never not have it. The number one thing about this that makes it a superior setting spray to me is the spray action. I don't know if you can see like how fine it comes out. It comes out in a really fine mist, and it's spread so evenly all over the skin. Like, you don't end up with like the camel spit situation, and it doesn't like douse you in that type of way where like you can't blink for a little while or your makeup's gonna move. Like, it's got a really nice nozzle, which I think is where a lot of setting sprays need to kind of go back to the drawing board on. The actual formula of this does not make you greasy, it doesn't make you oily, so if you're like me and you're pretty prone to that happening to your skin naturally, you can really go in and kind of bathe in this, and all that's gonna happen is it's really gonna revive and kind of wake up and bring a little bit of a glow to the skin, but it's not gonna expedite the makeup breakdown process, which is definitely what some hydrating primers can do on girls like me. And dry, you probably have a little bit more leeway with that kind of stuff, but like I said, if you already are trying to keep your makeup in place, you're probably the type of person that is more geared towards a long-lasting, think Urban Decay all-nighter setting spray and might be a little weary of kind of glow-enhancing ones. If you are, I still think you would like this one and get a lot of use out of this. This is not one that I would bother to wet my brushes with. I don't think the nozzle allows that to be the case. So it's not like a Fix Plus where you can like spray your brushes and use it to intensify your eyeshadow. But to really pep up, revive, awaken, freshen up, give a nice gorgeous glow to the skin, this is so nice. Definitely still half full, not half empty because we're gonna be optimists. And when it's gone, I'll probably get more. So yeah, this is the GlamGlow Glow Setter. Up next, we have one of my favorite makeup products for the entire year, not even just October. I did a affordable fall makeup tutorial a few weeks ago, and pretty much everything that I used in that video was first impression. And there's a few products in there that have just been so standout, and I have used them consistently since that video, and not just because they're affordable, but because they're just amazing, even compared to a lot more expensive products that I have tried. And this is definitely one of the favorite things I've ever used in my life. This is the Catrice Cosmetics highlighting powder in the color Champagne Campaign. It's just like this really nice kind of nude color, and looking at it in the pan, I can totally get why you might not think there's anything particularly special about this bad boy. In fact, I didn't think so when I first saw it. Like, I was kind of swatching it and I was like, you know, I'm sure I can make it work. It'll be okay. The first time I applied it, and every time I've applied it since, I used my Sigma F03 High Cheekbone Highlighter Brush. It is synthetic, and I apply it right here, which is the area of my face that I am most afraid to apply any illuminating products in the world. It is gorgeous. It's on my cheeks right now, and let me tell you what sets this apart from any other highlighter I've ever used. It's not chunky, it's not frosty, it's not cheap looking. It looks like your skin. Your skin is the thing that's glowing, not the highlighter. That's the thing about this whole highlighter trend that it's not for me, man. I don't like it. I don't want to look like I have metal on my face. I don't want to look like I've got gold on my face. I want it to look like my skin is just so bomb and flawless that it just glows, and that's what this does. Most gorgeous formula. I want a million of these. I would put this in my professional makeup kit. I love it so much. It's flawless. Kind of see it like right here. I would never ever apply any other highlighter there, and that's saying something. Ever. Pretty much ever. And if I do, I would have to be completely matte, and I would have to put on a lot of pore minimizing primer, and even then I probably still wouldn't like it. But I'm looking in a mirror right here off camera, and I think it looks amazing. It is smooth, it is glowy, it's gorgeous, it's affordable. I think this is like $4 or $5. I love it more than almost any other thing I've used all year. I'm just saying, man, like, I use it every day. I use it today. It goes everywhere with me. And yeah, that is the Champagne Campaign shade and the Catrice highlighting powder. More thing from that video that I've absolutely been obsessed with and loving is the BH Cosmetics Solar Flare palette. This is just a really solid eyelid color palette. I don't think I could get any use out of these outside of using them on my actual eyelid. It's just this stunning array of, like, you've got some oranges, some gold, some rust, some bronze, you've got like a random pop of purple in here, you've got some champagne colors, you've got some kind of more pink colors, you've got a nice red. This is like a fall essential forever and ever, amen, for me and for all who trust and believe in me. This is a wonderful palette. They did send this to me, but I have used it constantly ever since. I've mixed shades together. The galactic color, this red shade right here in the center, is one of my favorite. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. The metallic finish of these eyeshadows is unlike any that I've really seen on any other shadow, and that's high-end and more affordable. I don't have to wet my brush to get it to be that foil, just in your face Nancy Grace high voltage finish. It's amazing. I think anyone that got this would love it. I think this is great from anyone from a beginner to a full-blown pro could get some use out of this. It's super cool. I've never seen anything quite like it. And it's affordable, and it's from BH Cosmetics, and it is the Solar Flare Cosmetics. There are 18 colors in it, and every single one of them performs just as good as the last, and the colors are gorgeous, and I love it. I can't say enough. I love it. These are called Pixi Shea Butter Lip Balms. These are actually tinted, which is what I like about them. Whenever I'm having like a no makeup day, or I'm just running errands and need to put on a little face to make myself look a little less dead, typically my routine is skin and eyebrows, and that's it. But I always want to wear something on my lips because I feel like it just makes me look more alive and fresh and human on those days that I have to do things that make me feel like I want to die. Looking at you, DMV. So the thing is, these are not the most, I wouldn't say that these are the most hydrating lip balms in the world. They're really not. I don't wear them for that reason. It could just be because I just slather Aquaphor in my lips all the time when I actually want to hydrate them. They're by no means uncomfortable, but what they are is a perfect kiss of color for those days where you just need a little something. I've had days where I've actually tried to wear a full-blown lipstick on errand running days or whatever, and it just looks like it's way too much, but these are just perfect. They have a nice natural sheen to them. They go on really nice. They definitely like kind of get into your lips and look kind of lived in and natural. It just looks like you've got a nice healthy flush to the skin. It really kind of perks up your entire complexion. They're easy. I just kind of rub them on my lips really quick before I go out the door. They last for a while. They're a really nice product. So if you're the kind of girl who doesn't like to wear a lot of makeup, or if you're like me and when you are gonna have days where you don't want to wear a lot of makeup but you just want to still look put together, I don't know, these are really cool. So these are the ones I've been wearing the most. This is the color Sweet Peach and this is the color Natural Rose. I wear them alone, I wear them mixed together. This is always going to be in my purse forever makeup staple now. You can get Pixi at Target, so they're affordable and they're great. I have to talk about this because I've been reaching for it all the time lately, and I typically do around this time of year. You guys will see me wear it a lot on Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube. This is Kat Von D Lolita, the first one. This is just if I had to comprise a list of like all the makeup that I think you should just get, like don't ask any questions, just get it, trust me makeup. This would be one of those colors because I cannot imagine a situation where anyone, almost any skin tone in the world, even very, very deep skins, I think you could get away with wearing this. It would just obviously look different on you than it does on me, than it does on a very fair person, but it's still a beautiful, universally flattering color. And for me, during the fall, it's like a nude lip that doesn't have to be completely nude. It still gives me that like vibe of something a little bit vampier, but it doesn't like look too brown or too dark. It looks good with dark eye makeup. It looks good with really, really light eye makeup. It's just a staple. If you're on the fence, you've never really bought a Kat Von D liquid lipstick, you've never bought a liquid lipstick at all, or if you just don't own this one and you're wondering if it's worth all the hype, I'm here to tell you it is, and I will use it until it's completely gone, and then I will buy another one. It has this gorgeous kind of chestnut brown rosy nude tone, and I love it. I'm here to tell you I love it. I just wanted to remind you guys how much I love it, and I just wanted to declare my love for it. Just to keep things super random, this is the Parian Spirit brush cleaner. I don't know why I don't ever talk about brush cleaner on this channel because it's something I use all the time, whether it's on my kit or on my own brushes. I'm kind of a psycho. Listen, I don't know if it's bad for my brushes or not. I don't think I care. I am kind of a psycho about brushes. I can guarantee you that I have not let a dirty brush touch my face, even if it's my own dirty brush, in years. It absolutely disgusts me. Not to mention I change my makeup every day, so like me having an eyeshadow brush that has like a dark brown on it, I need it to have like a light purple or whatever the case may be. Like it just is easier to me to do my makeup if I don't have any remaining makeup on it from the day before. I've tried a lot of brush cleaner. My two favorites are the RCMA, which is the one that I've been using for a long time, and then I just switched back over to Parian Spirit again. I used to use it all the time back in the Disney, and I just got back into it again. And this brush cleaner is so amazing. This stuff is actually, from what I understand, got some really, really natural ingredients in it. And the good thing about it is it's got this kind of like oil base to it, so it's not stripping or being too harsh on your brushes, but it gets everything out of them. If you're special effects, let me tell you, this has gotten latex out of my brushes like nothing. Usually if it like liquid latex or eyelash glue, and back in the day if it got on my brush I was like, well there that one goes, it's gone forever. No, this one will get it out. It gets everything out, cleans them quickly. Dry down time isn't very long. I would say you need to give it about 20-30 seconds before you can use it again. It's not alcohol based, so it's not instantaneous like some other ones can be. But the cool thing about it is, on top of all that other stuff, is that it smells like freaking oranges. Like every time I pick up my brush and get it near my face, it just smells so citrusy and fresh, and It's a great product. If you are looking for a brush cleaner, if you do not have a brush cleaner, if you're not cleaning your brushes, you need to be cleaning your brushes. This is a good one to get. I get mine from Camera Ready Cosmetics, and I would just go ahead and, you know, buy the big guy because you're definitely gonna use it. I love Parian Spirit. I don't know if I've ever told you guys that before. I just thought now was the time to let the cat out of the bag, I guess. So that's all I got for you guys today. You know, I started off this video and like before I even sat down and hit record, I was just feeling like super down in the dumps, man, but I feel so much better now. Clearly, regardless of how I'm feeling, if I just turn on the camera and talk to you guys, I feel better because now I've got a lot of energy and I'm feeling good and glad I made this video is all I'm trying to say. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please check the down bar for links to all my social media platforms, including any of the products that I mentioned. Make sure you thumbs up the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you are not subscribed here. I am working on a really weird video for you guys and I think I'm gonna film it in a couple of days. So get ready because it's weird, but I'm excited to make it. So I will catch you guys in the next one and I hope you're having a wonderful day.